is Saturday morning and I woke up with a stuffy nose, head cold. So we decided not to go to the cold wars because we're going to be outside in the cold all day. I don't think that was a very good idea. So we are going to do very little probably today. I say that and then we'll get going because we do want to start our next build. So we're going to get the 95 single wheel Cummins pulled in up here by the shop, and we're going to get the bed off it since we already took the cab off of it. Hopefully get the bed off it, get it pulled in here, and then that way we can hopefully start grinding the rivets off, getting them off so we can cut the frame down. Because y'all know that's about a half a day ordeal just on rivets, so cutting the frame down. But that's probably, I don't know if we'll even get to finishing cutting the frame down today. If we do, great. If we don't, it's okay because, yeah, it's been a rough morning already. But anyway.
Yeah, she don't feel the best, so she's going to be dragging. But I was that way all last week, if y'all couldn't tell in the video. Didn't have much to say, didn't really want to be out there, so sanding on top of it. It was a rough week.
Yeah, that anyway, didn't help his at all, the sanding.
I'm gonna go grab a lift from my dad and get that frame in here and get the bed off of it.
We're gonna get this thing pulled around front by the shop so we can get the bed pulled off of it. Hopefully these bed bolts come out pretty easy. Forklift down here to go ahead and take the bed off of the 65 DMC, the one I call Eyesore. Go ahead and get the bed took off of it so when we're ready to pull it in the shop and take the cab off, we don't have to worry about taking the bed off. It'll already be off. fender. I don't have much footing here.
Look at the pity in that roof.
Back ones are done. Alright guys, we got the 12 valve frame and stuff pushed back to where we're going to be taking it apart. So we're going to start probably cutting rivets on it. We do have to run to town at some point and get saw blades because we are out of them. Like I said, the reason we like using these Dodge frames so much is because they are riveted together. You cut the rivets off, beat them out, cut the rivets off, beat them out, frames slide back into each other because they already how they are from factory, slid together, riveted together. This section of the rust that we were telling you all about, it's right down here. We will be cutting 23.5 inches out of this frame, so that will actually go past, it'll go up here where the rust isn't, and then back here where the rust isn't. So we are cutting all the rust out of this frame. Before we do any of the cutting, grinding, we got to get the exhaust cut off, we got to get the tank pulled down and out of the way. Alright, so what Davey's doing now is he's using the air hammer to punch these rivets out since we cut the tops of them off, grinding them down. Hopefully we can get those to come out easier. They're being a pain, these two up here. Went ahead and grinded these down, hoping that would make it easier for them to slide out. And we'll have to do that on the other side as well. Alright, all the rivets are out. It's time to move the frame backwards and separate the two. Like I said, y'all can see how much of that frame, the back part, is slid into the front part there.
Check down.
It's close to, too close to the rear end, but yeah, I do too.
Back where it was working.
Where that work?
It's locked.
Yeah, it did. Hey. You're welcome. Because it's all been up back here. I'm gonna pick up on this. Because of how that frame is, it's been. Alright guys, Davey got his lines marked, got it measured out. This is how much we're going to be cutting out. Like I said, we are cutting all the rust out of the bottom of this frame. All that. One side though. Now he's gonna move over here and get this side cut down.
Oh.
20 inches is what we ended up doing. 20. We ended up doing 20 inches out of both sides. We remeasured everything, wanted to make sure we got it right. We thought we were gonna have to do 24, but we ended up doing 20. That should give us plenty enough to match the wheelbase of the GMC short bed. We'll have to stop and go to town and buy bolts because we do want to do grade A bolts. Want them to be thick, and we will get these two frames mated back together and get them bolted together. More of that good. Alright, so what we're gonna do now, Davey went up to get the clamp. We're gonna get one side clamp because we have it lined up. What we did is on the back half of the frame, we made a line from where it was factory. That way when we took it apart and then slid it back together, we knew how far the back needed to slide in. So we'll get one side clamp, and then we'll get this side lined up and clamped also. I need to go in or out. Alright guys, we got the frame back together where it needs to be, got it clamped down. Davey is now going to drill the holes for the top of the leaf spring. When we get those in place, then we'll worry about drilling the holes for the bottom of the leaf spring. Like I said, we gotta run to town because we want to use grade A bolt. So we gotta go get bolts after we get the hose drilled. Good time. This one hit again. Huh? We'll grab that and hit it. Get hit. That one I can't Alright guys, we ended up getting our leaf springs bolted back on. We went ahead and bolted the brace back in as well that the gas tank actually hooks to as well. Yeah, but the fuel tank is not going to work because we are going to have to move the engine back, which means the transmission cross member is going to have to come back, and that tank is not going to fit.
And we had to move the tank forward 20 inches, so even if we bolted in right now, it's still going to get into the cross member, so gotta find a different tank. Smaller one. Or something.
But now we have a short bed. Well, short bed frame anyway. Said it went back together just like the factory had it, so. Alright guys, it is Sunday evening about 5 o'clock.
It's a Saturday.
Oh my gosh. Alright guys, it's actually Saturday evening about 5 o'clock. I'm a day ahead. This cold got me all off. But anyway, we did get the frame cut down. Pretty excited about that being done. But we got the frame cut down. We got it all bolted back together. Our next big thing on this one is the motor.
I almost have everything, but I don't. So I can probably start on it and do what I can. The other part should be here Monday or Tuesday. That's why I'm saying I probably will just be able to just get it all done.
And hopefully Monday or Tuesday we are sending our son, or we are going down into Arkansas, because when we bought the transmission for this, it did not come with the pedals for it, which we need the clutch pedal, and it did not come with the slip yoke. Davey ordered a slip yoke. They said it would fit an MD 4500. It does not fit. It fits the automatic. So yeah. And then come to find out, we asked a buddy of ours, Tyler, and he gave us the part number, and they're out of stock everywhere because they are discontinued.
Yeah, so the guy selling us one down by BB, Arkansas, I hope he doesn't realize they're discontinued, because it's cheap right now. So as soon as everybody realizes they're discontinued and they're no longer making them, they're going to go outrageous.
But we have to have that, and we have to have the pedals to do the 5-speed, because I do want to do the 5-speed.
Yes. Anywho.
We're going to do a new clutch in this one.
Yeah. We should probably do a dual disc. This thing gonna be making some ponies, but we're not. We're gonna probably slip clutch.
Probably with all the horsepower. This is gonna be a fun build. Like I said, the motor is our next big thing, because we got a lot we're gonna do to it, and then we'll have to. We haven't measured yet. I can't remember if the C10s and the C60s engine bays are the same width, back and front to back, because I think the C60 has a bigger cutout, I think. But we can look here in just a minute and find out. But
they say the cabs are no different at all, but boy, they sure seem like they have a lot more room in them. C60s.
Well, they don't have a hump in the floorboard, it's straight across. I mean, there's little things on them that are different, so. But anyway, we're gonna call it a night, and we will see y'all sometime tomorrow. Good evening, guys. It is Sunday after church, about 12 o'clock, and today our plans are to work on the 12-valve motor, since we are building this motor.
Upgrades on the AFC housing. I'm going to show y'all how to get some good horsepower out of free upgrades. I'm also going to try and get into a little bit of the stuff you have to spend money on too. We'll see how far we get. We got Jeremy coming over to get his truck we painted for him, so we'll see how long that takes. We might not get much done today, but I am going to start tearing apart the FC housing and showing y'all some of the things you can do for free. And I'm talking 160 horsepower out of this 12 valve for free, other than a little time. Anyway, we're going to get started. So this housing has been messed with already. The tamper-proof screw's gone, so who knows what we're going to get into when we get in there. But more than likely, probably the fuel plate's been messed with. That's everybody's favorite. big old fart. I didn't get that one tight, but yet they attempted to put it back in. Wheels. Pop that off. Surprisingly enough, the fuel plate hasn't been cut. Don't make no sense. They just moved it backwards, it looks like. Alright, don't drop these in your pump, or you're going to be tearing your pump back apart, or tearing it apart to get them out. I always worry about this, because I'm going to have slippy fingers. This is the one I worry about the most.
I'll be taking a picture of it and not take a picture.
Alright, so all I'm going to do for probably 60 horsepower for free is I'm going to take and I'm going to cut this off, the whole thing, just make it smooth. A lot of guys will just chunk this thing and throw it away. I don't do that, but I do what they call zero out the fuel plate. I just cut that off. I'm going to go take it to the vise, cut it off, clean it up, put it back in. That's it. It's that easy. So, you stick it back in, put your screws back in it. Before you tighten it up, what you want to do is make sure you slide it all the way back, because it's grooved. Slide it all the way back for extra fuel. Alright, that's it for that. We'll take the FC housing up to the bench, and I will show you all the mods I do to that. I don't do this very often, these mods very often. All I normally do is cut the fuel plate, because it'll blow your mind how much that helps. Alright, what we're doing now is we're going to take off the back of this housing. It does have a tamper-proof screw in it. I'm going to make it a non-tamper-proof screw here in a minute. What I'll do is I'll take the cutting wheel, make me a little slice in it, kind of like a flathead, kind of like these. And there's a diaphragm in here. Be really careful, try not to rip it taking this off. But not very pretty. I hope it ain't really tight. Alright. Take all 4 screws out. Screw in the back corner, which on the truck would be the top right corner. A little different shape. Got holes in it. I'm assuming for a pin or something. There wasn't nothing in it when I took it out. I like to put stuff back. All right, just be careful and don't rip that diaphragm because it does stay in there. And it definitely stuck to it. There. All right. We are not going to mess with the smoke screw yet. I'm going to wait till this truck is actually running. And then what I'll do is I'll take these off and that's when I'll mess with the smoke screw. That's kind of an adjustment. Run up the road a few times and see how it acts. It might be fine. But if it's smoking a lot, even after boost is fully made, and it's still smoking a lot, which probably won't happen, I'll back it off. More than likely, I'll have to screw it in because it's probably gonna, when full boost is made, it's probably gonna be lacking on a little bit of fuel. We'll just have to see, like I said. We're not gonna mess with it right now. But we need to get this off. It takes a special tool. So what I'm try and do here, just break it loose with a pair of pliers. What a lot of guys do is they'll take a big flathead and cut a notch out in the center of it, which is bigger than this one. Put over it. But I'm just gonna see if I can crack it loose with my pliers. It ain't happening, Captain. Give ice cream. All right. There's the nut I was talking about. The stud goes through it. Vice grips work. There is a small washer under it. And when you take this off, what we're after right now, I did not upgrade my spring for this application. I don't feel like I need to. You can buy an upgraded spring that's softer, allows the boost to come in quicker. But what I'm after right now is this washer. See this lip? What it's doing is causing it not to get full travel on the rack because this actually stops them getting full travel. What you can do is get a washer, just a flat washer, about 1.5 inches, 5/16 hole, 3/8, somewhere in that range. Stick it back in there where this was at, and it'll get full range, because right now it's not doing it. What I'm going to do, show you all how we can modify this one. So, we're just going to grind that lip down right now. What we're doing, just taking that lip off. It is hot. Anyway, that's all I'm doing right now. Pretty simple, like I said, and it's free. Flat washer now. Nothing special. Stick it back in there the way it pulled it out. And so we're going to put it back together because that's all I'm doing to that part. Now it'll allow it to have more travel. But I'm also going to take this out to get the full travel to it. Next thing we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and take this Allen head out. I'm going to turn the star wheel up. So, most of y'all know understand that and know how to do it. It's super simple. It's definitely already been messed with. I'm going to turn it up just a little more because why not? Okay. That part's done. Like I said, most of them understand that. What you want to do is take this 10mm right here out. This one. This will adjust the height of your pin here. What I do is just put them back the exact same way they come because I don't understand that part of it. I just don't mess with it. But what you gotta do, you gotta take that out. Then there's a spot in here you can knock this out and it'll allow this to come out. Just reach in there. You'll see that little notch inside the AFC housing. Takes that pin and just pull it out. This has a little groove it sets in on the other one that we just messed with. On the diaphragm side. Just make sure you get that back in it when you slide this in later. Like I said, I always just put this back where it comes. Most of them come straight from the center. Anyways, that one is the way it is. I don't know. Like I said, I don't understand that part. What you gonna do now? You're gonna take this, and all you're gonna do, get your mic, 3mm, mark it all the way around a 3mm, and you're gonna shave this down so that part that you've done to the washer, this will allow it also to move back that much. So 3mm is all we need. I'm gonna grab the mic and make me a mark.
Alright guys, what we're doing now is we're gonna have to take a break from working on the Cummins, and we are running Area 47 up to the airport. A guy is flying his plane down here to look at it. I think he's just looking. I don't think he's really that serious, but we'll find out. Like I said, he's flying his plane in. We're only 2 miles from the airport, so we're gonna run down there and meet him and show him the truck.
It's a little birdie. A little windy today. Think he's by himself. Now what we do, slide her back in the slot there, put the pin bag in. Use this to go in. Ooh. Like I said, I'm just going to put it back where it went. where it was, I should say. Just double check, make sure you're in the slot underneath all this. Alright, tighten this bolt up. We're ready to put it back on the truck. You can also see how these have grooves. What I always do, fuel plate all the way back, this all the way forward. Stick it back together. Make sure you get it on that lock down there though, or this thing won't run worth a turd. Because I have, that's the free upgrade you can do. That's the free stuff. So all you'll need to do is hook your hose back up. I'm gonna get a new hose. It looks like a mouse been chewing on this one a little bit, but hook my boost hose back up, and it's metal, so it ain't. Yeah, I've been chewing on it too bad, I wouldn't say, but that's done. Other than my fuel shut off solenoid, but I'm not gonna put that on because I am fixing to put governor springs in this thing, which I want this stuff out of the way. So I'm gonna take this bracket off, this new shut off solenoid bracket, and just give me more room to work on it. That's all. Fuel shut off lever. It only goes on one way. Got a key in it. My key's stuck in there pretty good, but keep an eye on that just in case. But yeah, it only goes one way, so you ain't gotta worry about that too much. A tamper-proof wire on here. Just, I guess, kind of show you nobody's ever been in there. Something they done from the factory. But anyways, I'm gonna take this big nut out. I'm gonna cut this wire, get rid of it, and we're gonna do governor springs. Seven 8 socket does fit it. Slide it out. Okay. What you want to do now, most of y'all already know this, but rotate your engine until the governor spring is right there. And I'll show you what we do then. But all right. Up. Got the governor spring lined up. And what I'm gonna do, boy, that is loose. Anyways, I'm gonna mic the depth of that stud sticking out to the washer. And that's how much I'm gonna want to put the other one back in. And I'm gonna try and count the clicks and remember them. This is way harder to do if the motor's still in the truck, like with the body around it and everything. All right, we are at, crazy enough, 3 millimeter. So, we'll back this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. 7 full revolutions. That'll get me close to back to where I need to be. Okay. All you do is just start pulling stuff out of here. We do reuse all this stuff, just not the springs. All right. So, springs out, shims out. Okay, so like I was saying about these factory shims, don't reuse them, but don't lose them. If they fall down in the pump, they could run the pump. I almost did that, but new ones do come with whatever these are, the back deals. Can't think of the name right now. Anyway, slide them back down there and then use your factory stuff up top. If you only want to run 3,000 gov spring, pull this little baby one right out of the center, pull it out, get rid of it. I'm running 4,000, so I need it. And the thing gonna be turning some R's for a diesel. I'm just going to try and put it on with a magnet if I can get it started. Alright, now I'll count my turns. I already went a half, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5. We'll check it. Try to get it right back where it was as much as I can. Alright, so we're actually a little too deep. Let me back it off around. That side is done. All I gotta do is turn the motor over to the other governor spring. There's only 2 in the whole setup. Well, that's done. We are going to be able to turn 4,000 RPMs in this truck. I won't do that very often, maybe once or twice. But I don't like it shutting down at 3 grand, so I got 4 just so I can go just to 32 if I choose, and I will. The only time I really get rowdy, burnout competitions or racing. use every bit of your gear you can when you're racing, obviously, but only other thing I'm doing to the pump itself is I'm fixing to do delivery valves, bigger delivery valves, which I gotta remove all this. And it hasn't come in yet, but the, what's it called? Fuel mud or something like that. But when I get to that, I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. It's a super pain in the butt to get to. We have a lot of stuff to do under here too, so put as much back together as I can for now. Megan in the background getting violent.
They take this thing out good, bro.
I don't want to fall out.
If I tell you there's a bearing in here.
I would love you even more. Find out when we love you.
Bro, there's a bearing.
Awesome.
There's a bearing. It's tiny.
Now what we need to do, make sure all the bolt holes line up on that and on the clutch. Make sure I got the right one there.
That is working awesome, bro.
Right? Yeah, because they didn't say that in the ad. Oh, that felt great. Struggling, folks.
Yeah, I am.
They used to call her flywheel installing hips. In case y'all didn't know, that's her maiden name. She was kind of a big deal back in the day.
Easy.
Small town hero.
Easy.
Basketball star.
I don't think I was.
She's still my star.
Aww.
Oh.
It's hard to get up.
I can't even see you. All she's doing is making sure the bolts line up, because we do not have the bolts yet, but the bolt holes. Make sure we ordered the right one, in other words. So once she gets it in place on the crank, she is struggling.
This ain't heavy, bro. I need a little help pushing up.
A lot of assistance. There you go.
New lineup.
All of them?
Yep.
Okay. Now all you gotta do is take it back off, lay it on the table, put the clutch on it. Got it?
You got it. Oh, one hand in it. He one-handed it like he's a boss or something.
I can palm a 45-pound weight like it ain't even there. Alright, I'm gonna get the fuel lines off, get them out of my way. I'm going tonight, I'm gonna go ahead and swap out the delivery valves, see what kind of pump I got. As far as these go, just take this off, kind of like a nut, takes a special socket, just slide it over it, take her off, and get to the delivery valve. Oh, I'm in the way a lot here. Holy moly. Son of a buck. Alright, had to go get a bigger ratchet. These babies are stuck. They're tight. And I had to use a stinking breaker bar. Anyway. I got them. Well, I did. All right, here it comes. Try to keep the spring in there if you can. Pull it out a little sideways. Spring will stay in there. Anyway, and keep that in there. And grab your magnet again. I had to get the whole stinking kit and caboodle out of here. Alright. We do have a copper washer in there. So, we got the baby pump, unfortunately, but most 94s and 95s do have the little baby pump. I think it's a, I don't even gonna lie to you. I don't know. Anyways, this is delivery valve. What happens is when the fuel hits, that rail comes through, the fuel lifts it up, you know. Ta-da. Anyways, I bought the bigger ones. I'll get these opened up. Now, these are bigger, supposedly. Let's look at them. Well, these are supposed to be bigger than these. Do I see it? No. I don't see a difference in them, but they say there is, so. Anyway, all you do is just drop them back in there and put your bolt back in, or your, not your bolt, but top back on. It's that easy. These torque, I believe it's the 85 foot-pounds.
25 and 80.
Yeah, 25 first, then 85, which is a lot. But anyways, I'm not going to bore y'all with me doing the rest of them. Once I get them all done, all swapped out, I will torque them all down together. But anyways, for now, I'm just going to snug them up.
Alright guys, it is Sunday evening about 5 o'clock, so we're going to call it a night. We did get done what we wanted to get done today with the motor, so that's a plus. Showed y'all that. We went and met a guy that flew in to look at Area 47. He just come to look at it today. He wasn't buying, he was just looking, seeing if he even fit in the cab. He did say he wanted to go home, measure his garage door to make sure it'll fit in his garage. So, we may or may not hear back from him.
Still waiting on parts to finish the build on the motor. So instead of tearing the motor down, just valve springs and stuff, instead of doing that, we'll probably change our direction, do something else. I want all the parts here, so once I pull the valve springs and all that out, I can put it all back together, the head studs and all that stuff. Put it all back together as one instead of waiting. Anyways.
Plus side is, opened the flywheel today. The flywheel has its bearing in it. Davey's been beating himself up trying to find the bearing. What, for 3 days, 4 days, something like that?
Yeah, but anyways.
But the flywheel has the bearing in it, and the new clutch come with the bearing, so.
Pilot bearing.
Yeah.
But anyways, we gotta move the motor back 3 inches, which means taking the motor out, cutting the mounts out, relocating them back 3 inches. Holy moly. So probably gonna tackle that maybe tomorrow. We might not. We might be going down into Arkansas, which will be an all-day drive, to get clutch pedals and a slip yoke. Anyway, if not, move the motor back. Go ahead, I guess we can go ahead and bolt the transmission on. New clutch and all that. Move the cross member for the clutch, or for the transmission back. We've got a lot we can do. We don't even need all the motor parts here. It ain't like we're gonna be bored.
Yeah, there's a lot to get done. Like I said, another thing I gotta do is find a fender and a driver door still for that cab. Number 2 things I need to find.
There's a guy down there in BB that has all that.
Yeah. So I mean, if we go tomorrow into Arkansas, I might be trying to locate that stuff as well, so we can just get it in one trip. But yeah, but we're gonna call it a night. And Alright guys, since we had so much footage from Saturday and Sunday, it's Tuesday morning. The video that comes out today is going to be just Saturday and Sunday, but we do have footage from yesterday and we'll have footage from today and tomorrow. So we are going to post 3 videos this week. One will come out today, one will come out Wednesday, one will come out again Friday night. We just had a lot of footage. We did a lot this week already, and we're going to continue to hopefully bring y'all good content and see what y'all want to see. I didn't want to cut a bunch of the stuff that Davey was trying to show everyone we were doing to the Cummins out, but that's why we're doing 3 videos this week. So that's going to be it for this video. So please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.